With me is Lord Bilimoria. He does not need any introduction, but he is a prominent Indian origin businessman in UK and also member of the House of Lords. So welcome to Beyond. My first question to you is India-UK relationship. How do you see this relationship as? This is a very substantive relationship. There's a history behind it and a very strong future with FTA talks currently happening.
The UK and India have always had a very close relationship. I call it a special relationship in the way that the UK has with the United States of America. We're the fifth and sixth largest economies in the world. However, for some time we've been trying to sign an FTA, a free trade agreement. I was president of the Confederation of British Industry, the CBI, like the CII here in India. I'm the first person of Indian origin, in fact the first ethnic minority to be president of the CBI in the history of the UK. During my tenure in 2022, we started the negotiations for the free trade agreement between the UK and India. Here we are 3 years later and it still has not been signed. So I say this very clearly to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, to Prime Minister Keir Starmer, get this deal done please. We need to do it, and I'll tell you why. We are the fifth and sixth largest economies in the world, and yet India is only the 12th largest trading partner of the UK. Come on, it should be one of the top 3 trading partners of the UK. Our trade is about $50 billion in goods and services both ways. If we do this FTA, I guarantee you within a few years that $50 billion will become $100 billion. And it will be to the benefit of both countries, both our economies, both our businesses and our people. So we need to do this deal. Let's not have the best becoming the enemy of the good. Let's do the deal.
Do the deal. This relationship has a lot of potential, but certain irritants as well. Khalistani extremists have been problematic for India. India has expressed its concerns. In fact, during EM's visit, we saw a blatant breach of security. What do you have today to talk about these concerns India has?
I think there's no question about it. Things like the attack on the Indian High Commission in London was completely unacceptable. Should never have happened, should not have been allowed to happen, should never happen again, and it was condemned unanimously. But please, let's put this in perspective. Minister Jaishankar's visit to the UK just now was a huge success. This was one incident, but look at the fact that he opened a consulate in Manchester. He opened a consulate in Northern Ireland. He had a bilateral with his counterpart, David Lammy, our Foreign Secretary, which went off extremely well. That's the bigger picture, and please, let's put this in perspective. The Indian diaspora in the UK is almost 2 million, the largest ethnic minority population in the UK. But more important than that, and I say this with pride, we're the most successful ethnic minority population in the UK. We're reaching the top in every field. I mean, we've had a Prime Minister of Indian origin. I gave you the example of CBI. In my case, I was the first Indian-born Chancellor of a Russell Group University in Great Britain, the University of Birmingham, a top 100 university in the world. I mean, Britain has allowed us and given us that opportunity. We're doing very well in every field. That's what's important. Most Indians in the UK love India. They're proud of India. They're looking at India, the fastest growing major economy in the world. In my view, by 2060, India will be the largest economy in the world. That's what we think. We're the ambassadors for India. We're the living bridge, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, between the UK and India. That's the vast, vast majority of Indians in the UK.
Finally, sir, ending the Q&A with your crystal gazing of the relationship, the potential in the relationship. Perhaps you can list 2 what you think is a low-hanging fruit between India-UK relationship.
Oh, the potential between our 2 countries is huge. I mean, one is this free trade agreement when we sign it, but you have our university links. We have the best universities in the world in the UK along with America. Now you've got a British university opening up for the first time in India. We've got students. Indians overtook the Chinese to be the largest number of students in the UK, which I'm very proud of. I chair the All-Party Parliamentary Group on International Students. I co-chair the All-Party Parliamentary Group on India. Defence. Just look at the potential in defence. The UK is one of the biggest defence manufacturers, top 10 in the world, and our capabilities. India wants Make in India. Let's collaborate together on defense, let alone on every other area that we can work together. So I could go through sector by sector where we can work so closely together. And by the way, we don't look upon India anymore, the world, as an outsourcing place. India is a place where you partner with the brightest people in the world to do research together, to do innovation together, to the betterment of India and the UK.
On that note, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
With video journalist Ajit, Sidhant, Sibal for WION in New Delhi.